I want to throw it back to business, Tristan. What's the business that you run day to day now?
Right now, everybody knows my brother and I host a online educational platform called The Real World, and it's a fantastic platform. You know, anyone can go check it out on university.com. I bought that domain as well.
Yep, he was telling
And
us.
The Real World is a very, very time-consuming business to run. Hundreds of thousands of students all across the world, a bunch of different professors. Every day I have to check the course content. I have to make sure that people are learning. I have to make sure that people are benefiting from the program itself. I obviously have to do all the payroll, all the finances, etc. So that's what I spend most of my time on nowadays. And it's a full-time job. Me and Andrew are constantly working.
What do you actually do on a day-to-day basis? So like for that business, what is it that you got to do?
I am on my laptop.
All the time.
Everything is managed. This is what I mean about the internet being a powerful tool. There are people my age who are on their laptop all day, every day, playing video games and watching porn. I'm on my laptop every day managing this business, and I'm making millions and millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. So again, it's about the use of your time. And again, I do things that maybe don't benefit me massively financially, but things I like doing. I mean, I plan all these Rumble streams twice a week. I'm live for 1, 2, 3 hours online.
The emergency meetings.
Yeah, got to plan the emergency meetings. Yep. You know, it's an amalgamation of throughout the day. I'll be like, oh, let's bring this up. Okay, well, let's say this about this, and we put these things together. So all day, every day, I guess I'm trying to spread the message and then manage the companies and manage the business as well.
These emergency meetings, how much do they actually affect the business? Do you see them as ways of grabbing people's attention and putting them into the real world?
Yes, emergency meetings make me more famous, and my message, I obviously spread that The Real World is a wonderful platform, but if it weren't for the emergency meetings, I probably wouldn't have got thrown in jail either. So how do I really measure the impact of the emergency meetings? I measure them in the way that I get letters to my house, messages, handshakes, people come up to me in person, and they say, wow, Tristan, I watched you on the emergency meetings, I've made this positive change in my life. That's how I define the success of emergency meetings, and that's why I'll never stop doing them. Because no one's ever said, hey, Tristan, I watched your emergency meeting and now I'm broken, fat, and lonely. No one has ever said that to me, ever. So I gauge their success in the messages and the handshakes and the hugs I get from fans of mine who've had a positive change in their life from listening to me speak.
I want to bring something up, and I remember it was a clip that went viral, and people were like, it's motivating, but then some other people were like, it makes no fucking sense at all.
Go ahead.
You said, you go to sleep at 6 in the morning and wake up at 5:59. Explain that one.
People literally message me, hey, minus 1 minute sleep. Let me try to be more sensible in my approach to it now. This is a very important question because I've recently implemented something in my life which proves my point. My point is, if I have things to do, I don't need sleep. So if you sleep 10 hours a day, 9 hours a day, 8 hours a day, which people say is the optimum amount, 8 hours of sleep a day, and people say, I don't have time to work out. My argument is always sleep 7 hours. Just sleep 7 hours. Wake up, do the hour of training.
Oh, yeah.
You might be a bit more tired, but then when you get in better shape, the training is going to take effect and you'll find yourself with higher energy levels than you had before. So when I say minus 1 minute sleep, my point is if I have 24 hours and 1 minute of work to do in a day, I'll get it done. And I don't care if I sleep or if I don't. Recently, I started taking Russian lessons to learn the Russian language. So I typically wake up I go to bed around 2. I sleep maybe 6 hours a night. For these 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I scheduled my Russian lessons at 6:30 in the morning. Not because I have that time, not because I like waking up at 6:15. By the time I get up and my brain is engaged in this activity for an hour and a half of my lesson, I don't want to go back to bed. I'm already awake. So I'm learning Russian essentially for free. I wake up at 6:15 miserable. The appointment's made, it's settled. And now, so I get 4.5 hours of Russian lessons per week. And how much extra time does it take me? 0. I've created it out of nothing by scheduling my appointments at unreasonable times, so I force myself to sleep less. So the whole minus 1 minute sleep thing was a joke I made, but I apply that principle to my real life, and I'm doing it even now. And if I had something else important to do, say I wanted to learn fencing or tango dancing, I'd find a private teacher and I tell him, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have Russian lessons. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, show up at 7. Minus 1 hour of sleep every single day. And then I'm doing these things for free on time, which I've created out of nowhere. And I find it a very efficient way of getting things done. So anyone you know who says they don't have time for anything, ask them how much they sleep. You need 4 or 5 hours. You do anything additional, especially when you're young, is a luxury. It really is. So cut back on your sleep and up your training or up your work or up your reading or up whatever it is you're trying to do. The time can be created by getting rid of sleep.
So that comes down to discipline, right?
Oh, 100%.
What other key traits would you say make someone successful like how you are right now?
I think it's just how much you want it. I mean, the trick of booking the early Russian lessons, that's not discipline, because I'm not setting myself a time to get up at 6:30. I'm actually committing wholeheartedly, because this guy's going to turn up at my house and walk in with his Russian books and sit down. I'm going to be upstairs sleeping? No. Who is this guy? I've got to be learning the lessons. So that's, I guess, a bit of a life hack, because I'm scheduling it. But if you don't have such a strict schedule and you need to get up at certain times because you want to get things done, let's take training. Training is something you could easily wake up at 6:30 and think, oh, let me just not train today. I think it just comes down to how bad you want it. I don't have any magical spell to give people to make them want it as much as I wanted it. But I feel like most men want the same things. Most men want money. Not all men want fast cars. Not all men want $55,000 lighters or expensive tailored suits. But money gives you the ability to take care of your family, to take care of your friends, can buy you the best health care. When I say money doesn't buy health, sure. Rich people and poor people can both get incurable brain cancer and it can kill you. However, if you get a normal form of cancer or you need a surgery like I needed on my shoulder, and I can go to the same surgeon who did Conor McGregor's leg and Roger Federer's elbow to get the best quality healthcare, money does buy health and rich people do live longer. So you need to just want it. And if you can't force yourself to do it, then I can't force you. It's very, very hard to make changes even to yourself. If you think, like I've thought many times in my life, I need to change this aspect of my life. I need to party less. I need to sleep less. I need to work more. I need to train more. I need to make more money. I need to spend more time with my daughter. Adjusting your lifestyle to make changes in yourself is difficult. Not everybody can do it. So if you understand how difficult it is to make changes to yourself, you have to understand it is impossible to make changes to somebody else. If somebody else really isn't going to do it and really doesn't want it, they can listen to my emergency meetings for the rest of their life, 24 hours and 1 minute a day, and it won't change what they actually do.
Yeah, it's like when you tell a smoker to quit smoking, but they're not going to do it until they want to help themselves.
Exactly.
It's just bad habits or something like that. They can only change according to when they want to do it and it works for them.
So I just give the positive message out there that anything is possible if you do the work. And if you don't want to, I don't give a shit. I don't know you, people at home. If you stay broke, it affects me zero. But please don't, for the sake of yourself. Just don't do it. It sucks.
And I'm going to ask it to you.
Anything you like.